Okay, CPP Assignment 3. The objective of this is to create a promotional campaign. So first things first is you need to pick one of the following scenarios. You only have to do one of them. So the first one is an Italian coffee company. With both scenarios you can change the name. I'm happy with that. The whole point is creative product promotion. Part of being creative is maybe picking a better name. So I'm happy for you to change that, but I'm not happy for you to change any of the other parts of the scenario. You must work with them and you must use them. So the background. Basically, a local cafe has been refurbished by existing owners for an Italian coffee theme. They want to have professional clean image. They also have promotions to match. They've got popular breakfast items like croissants and pastries. They also have free Wi-Fi for customers and a Starbucks-style layout. So that's all important stuff you can use in your assignment. Second bit is the objectives. You need to meet these objectives and show throughout the whole thing how your campaign will meet these objectives. So, to increase sales in the CAF by 15%, and also to wear awareness and present a premium brand identity. You need to show that, okay? It needs to be shown throughout everything you do. So next bit is target market. The restaurant has identified the target market will focus on local professionals such as accountants, solicitors, advertising agency, finance institutions, and also that are situated in this area of Bristol. They would use the cafe for breakfast and meetings, also a nice atmosphere, quality of food, and perhaps want to make an impression on clients. The quality of the food and the atmosphere will be important, more important than the cost, although they have a limited budget, and most of these people live in Clifton, Redland and Southall, so from high income areas. You need to make sure that your promotion actually targets these people, and when you do your promotion you need to say how. This is actually the key to the assignment. The budget is £2,000 and the timescale is in 1 month in March, so it's to start from the 1st of March till the end of the month. So we've got £2,000 and that's what you've got. Second one is Gym World. You can change your name again. Background. Basically a chain of health and fitness clubs is opening a new branch in the area. It's got to attract a large number of new owners who are prepared to sign a 1-year contract. The gyms are clean and functional and have a range of classes including spin, circuits, Zumba, Pilates, military fitness. The club also gives a basic training plan for members, and an extra cost you can get a personal trainer. So objectives, remember, key is the objectives in making sure that your promotion meets these objectives. The club is aiming to have a similar number of men and women. To increase awareness of the gym and the services it offers to customers. To increase the total membership of the gym. Second part. You remember your promotion must also meet these target markets. There's 2 of them. First is young professional couples who are aiming to keep fit. These people are recent graduates and are looking for an affordable and convenient gym. They would use the gym after work at a weekend to maintain a healthier lifestyle, as they are trying to establish a career. Cost is an issue. They want value for money, but they also want a range of activities. Students are also a target market. Many students want to use the gym. Again, cost is an issue, as many students do not have large disposable income. Some students only want to use the gym to keep costs low. The budget is £30,000. The time scale of the promotion is 3 months, and that starts from March 2014, so it'll go through to May and June. Remember, the key is for both of these is to meet the objectives and the target market. That is key. P5 in the report. Use either campaign on page 2 and 3 and write a chosen strategy. You need to use a promotional mix to produce a professional promotion plan outlining your campaign. You must include 3 types of media, so 2 digital and 1 physical, and 1 type of promotional technique. Now, in terms of promotional technique, what I'm talking about is something like a sales promotion of some kind, or some way of attracting people through the door. That is not necessarily the same as actually producing a piece of a piece of media. So in terms of the types of media we're talking, I want you to make sure that you have a website, and then another type of digital media. Now, what I mean by that is social media. I want to make sure you have a social media page or some kind of presence. If you're worried about having it linked to your Facebook account, that's fine, because what you can do instead is just use your college email. I'm I'm sure that you check your college emails religiously, but you can use that, okay, if you're worried about that aspect. Also, in terms of other types of media, in terms of the physical, a leaflet or a poster will be fine. Remember what I said, keep it consistent and make sure that it's mapped to the target market. That is and the objectives of the campaign. That is so important. So whatever you choose here, it has to be related to those things. Exactly what I've just said. You must describe the choice of media and how it relates to your target market. You must include a Gantt chart, which we've gone through in class, that clearly shows the timing and frequency of your promotional activities. If you're stuck at looking one, there is actually one in Moodle. I've put one on there, a basic one. It just gives you a good idea. What I would suggest you do is change the days at the top of it to months, and also you need to adjust it to meet your promotional activity and how you're going to organise it. It's no use using the one that's already there, it's just an example. Yours will be completely different. Calculations show that the costs involved in the campaign and whether it's within budget. Making sure, in terms of the calculations, just want to make really clear. You can get all the costings off the internet. There's loads and loads of places where you can get web hosting. You can find posters or flyers that you can get printed. It's fairly straightforward. Make sure you include a sample of the promotional ideas you created in the appendix. So basically I want you to include all of them. So screenshot them, put them in, and it maybe annotate them, label, explain what they do, and how they meet their target market. That would really help. It would make it stand out. So yeah, maybe how it uses Ada or something like that. Go into a bit more detail and just going, oh, this is a sample of my promotional material. Say how, why, what does it do? Ada, how does it get your attention, interest, desire, and your action? Those things are important. You need to analyse the effectiveness of the campaign. You need to add an explanation of what you expect to achieve its stated goals. You will need to make suggestions how the campaign could be improved under different constraints, i.e. if you have more money, a longer timescale, if you could also research your target audience more. That one's key to marketers, I would say, is actually use of information. It's a misconception to think marketing is all about promotion. It's actually a lot about listening and targeting your products and your media to that target market. So I would say that is a big one. Use of media within the target audience. Could you use a different type of media? Could you use more? Also, and even if you could use a different type of media, is it actually appropriate? Is it appropriate to use TV for a local campaign? Just throwing it out there. Use of timings of promotions. Basically, could you alter your timings? Could you change the way you promote? So, for example, could you do more social media than actually using a website for more people to interact with social media? Those are important things. But all these sub-questions are worthwhile things to ask. D1. You need to evaluate your campaign. So, you need to using your promotional campaign, design the task 3, produce a summary report evaluating the campaign, covering the strengths and weaknesses of the promotional campaign, drawing clear conclusions. So what does it do well? What does it do badly? You need to explain that. Suggestions how promotion could be more effective in meeting the business's aims and objectives. I would suggest you think about how you could improve it in terms of how you think it could have more resonance. Maybe it's worth looking at all the good examples we've looked at in the past and you've looked at in other people's. So, for example, Audi, very simple campaign, very effective. Franco's as well, again, simple and effective. So using things which, make it a wow factor, something that really pulls people in. Those things are important. So basically keeping things simple, keeping a very effective message for promotion, I would say, is one of the most important things. But you need to work out what's applicable to your business. You need to include an example of sales uptake and how it will improve your chosen campaign in comparison to the money spent on the campaign. e.g. the cost benefits analysis. So what you're talking about is, was it worth the effort? Was actually the campaign worth the effort? And that's a big deal. Cost benefits, remember, you can go into a bit more detail because you can think about the labour costs involved. You can think about, is it worth the campaign? Is it worth it in terms of actually, you're going to have to order more stock to get this in for a start on a very basic level. But equally, the cost of actually promoting it, is it worth it? Maybe also thinking about, the environmental costs. You could take it wider if you wanted. So like you did in D2, you can do that again here, and you can put it in. Also, overall, will it be a success or a failure? Obviously, it's probably better to say it's going to be a success, but if you say it's a failure, it's not necessarily a bad thing, because as long as you can explain how it will fail, and how you would correct it, that's not actually necessarily an awful thing to say. It does actually show some evaluation there. So basically, to summarise, you need to follow the outline provided, you need to match the objectives and target market throughout the campaign and design, and make sure the campaign is consistent and matches the needs of the brief. Good luck.